When you're on vacation, you feel a deep sense of freedom. No boss, no deadline, living life so full that your entire being vibrates at a higher level. That's what it's about, and why we bought a vintage houseboat in Minnesota to boat down the Mississippi River to Louisiana. It changed our lives. Now we're on a permanent vacation mindset, and we want you to be as well. Life is too short not to explore. So subscribe and join our crew to see where this river leads us. Yours truly, Margaret and Bradley McCoy.
Monday, October 5th. I got my wife, I got Margaret and Ponce and some of our stuff back home. So we're safe. We got back to our house. She's resting. It's a pretty traumatic experience for both of us. So I'm just so happy to have her home and safe. But now I'm back out here. Got a mud boat. This is my mud boat, and gonna run the boat back out to the houseboat. Check on the houseboat. Make sure it's still intact. Hopefully no one's come across it, pulled anything off. I want to get a lot more of our gear off, kind of secure it so I don't lose it, kind of assess the situation. I'm not sure if y'all can see it here, but the wind is just howling right now. It is just whipping across. So the water's not going to be changed any. It's not going to be able to get the houseboat right now. And lo and behold, there's a hurricane en route. So a hurricane's coming right to us, probably a Cat 2. So I've got to figure out what to do with this boat, where to get it, how to get it out before this hurricane comes and secure it. If I can time it and be safe, the hurricane could help because it's going to create some surge and push some water in. But I got to time it just right. That's real dangerous trying to hang out down here in front of a hurricane. So anyway, let's jump on the boat and get over to it and see what we got.
It's been a long time coming. I take one last breath with my eyes open wide, smiling up into.
I saw a huge gator. At least 12 feet. Crawl right off that bank and slide in. He stayed up for a second, and then I got closer and he hit a hard splash down. Jeez. That's why I don't want my dog out here right now. Okay, I got back out here to the houseboat. Brought my mud boat out here, so you can see we were able to get out here no problems. The wind is just atrocious. I almost just got thrown out of the boat. I don't know if it does it justice for you to see what's happening. This is inside the marsh, so this will just kind of confirm to you that we couldn't have waded out or ever come across the Gulf into the lakes. So this is what we were trying to beat. The boat's, it's got some movement on it and it's rocking already. This is with this north wind, what direction I need. And it does push the water this direction, but overall water levels and heights are probably lower than they could and would be with other winds or no winds and a good tide. This anchor line, I got the boat, I got two anchors out here. And I'm pulling it this way so that way the wind and stuff wouldn't push it into the bank over here. That's my biggest fear, is that I get pushed into the true high ground. And then what was interesting, this rope right here had full slack. There was no, it wasn't tight. It looked like the anchor had even pulled up. I just jumped on the boat and tightened it up. Again, so that shows me the movement that I'm looking for. And see, now it's kind of completely out there. I may want to try to go drop the anchor back up here somewhere on the front end to be able to keep pulling it in that direction. Because what I did, you can see this steel pipe. That steel pipe right there, I'd originally put it right here against the boat, just about where you see the gas can in this open walkway. That pipe was sitting right against that boat. So that's letting me know right there alone that I've moved, and it is all the way even with the stern. It's a 43-foot boat. So I've moved 43 feet forward and about 20 feet to this side. The reason we moved to this side is because I kept tightening those anchor lines before. But I got back out to the boat. The boat appears to be fully intact. Nobody seems to have touched it or messed with anything. It's only been, shoot, 16 hours or something. So looks like we're in good shape. I'm going to try to figure out how to load some stuff back onto this boat and just keep getting some stuff off of it and go from there. So I got a lot of the stuff we had to leave yesterday, all my fishing gear, things like that. It's kind of keeping me up at night. I'm not going to walk around, but I've got my anchor lines on the other side, and that's what I've been doing is tightening and pulling them, tightening and pulling them. So I think I'm going to go buy some more anchors and try to get them spread out further out in front of me and further out to the side over here. And hopefully I can keep tightening them and pulling them, and the boat can just kind of bounce along. So that's what I'm going to try to do right now. And I'm going to go get all our gear back, get it back to the house so it's secure and I don't have to stay up at night thinking about it. But I'll probably come back out here and maybe even stay a couple nights and just keep pulling these anchors. The only problem is I got a hurricane coming, so I got to figure it out.
As of 2 o'clock, again, working to the west at 7 miles per hour. It is expected to strengthen as it moves into the Gulf of Mexico as a Category 2 storm and then come ashore sometime Friday somewhere along the Gulf Coast. It could be somewhere closer to Houston. It could be somewhere closer to the panhandle of Florida. Right now, it looks like the Louisiana coastline is the target for the storm as we get into the day on Friday. And why do we think the storm is going to strengthen? Because of the warm waters. Now, the hurricane forecast spaghetti plots, these are all the different computer models, and you can see they're fairly consistent, bringing the storm into the Gulf of Mexico and coming ashore as we get into Friday.
I just walked out of the Poitras hardware store here in St. Bernard, and they were awesome. They had everything I needed. If you look right here, I bought a huge anchor. Come check this out. This anchor right here is like a 60-pound anchor made for like 50-plus foot boats. Bought another anchor right here. It's a little bigger than the one I have, made for more my size. Bought a 7/8 inch rope. Bought another line of 5/8 inch rope. That way my plan's to anchor. Now I can anchor the boat in all corners. And really I'm kind of preparing for the hurricane. That way I can anchor it up in all corners, let it rise, fall. That's the plan. Hope it works. At least they had everything I needed. When we were trying to tow the boat off, we ripped a cleat. So we ripped a cleat off of the back of the boat. So I'm hoping I can drop another cleat back there and hold that in. But I've got hopefully what I need here. And with the tide rising and having all these anchors, I'm thinking I can pull the boat in and then start working on getting it anchored down for the storm.
Here's a snapshot of the tide chart from my phone. This is what was controlling the plans and timing for getting the houseboat unstuck. As you can see, the high tide was much lower when we got the boat stuck, and high tide was getting higher as the week progressed, which is why the main goal was to secure the boat and wait it out for a few days for optimal high tide.
I just got back out to the boat. It's Tuesday, October 6th. I mean, I got smoked by rain. It's pelting me coming out here. This outside it's pretty shallow, but if you look way back there, I doubt you can even see it. But there's that metal pole that I marked. And sure enough, we are probably now 150 feet. We're about 3 boat lengths from that metal pole. So we're still drifting the right direction, but we're starting to get a little close to this bank over here, which is what I was worried about. I'll come show you my lines around here. But the boat was good. It doesn't look like it's been touched. Everything's intact. I'll go look and check the hole because it's been slamming on the bottom. But we're floating back in the right direction. I think with this storm surge and all, we're going to get out of here. It's going to be a matter of how to tie this boat up. I was wanting to get these anchors and lines in earlier. I think had I done it yesterday evening, I may could have pulled the boat even better in a better direction. But we're making progress and everything's still intact and still good. Just got to get out of this rain, dry off a little bit for a minute so I don't get sick. But yeah, I'll give y'all an idea. Coming this way. So see, I'm trying to get through that bayou right there. Trying to get through that bayou right there. And I'm on the front of the boat. I guess you can't really see it, but I'm on the front of the boat. So I need a nose. I'm going to pull my anchor this way just a little bit more, start getting my nose a little more this way. And I'll keep cinching and inching it that way and secure it down to get it out of here. Okay, so I just took this 7/8 inch rope right here. I think I got about 120 feet of it. Put this thimble in it. I put these rope clamps down on them, these rope clips right here. And then I just tied off some half hitches on the back end. Then we'll get some duct tape and kind of tape that down as well. I didn't look up how to do this, kind of made it up. So I'm sure people may comment and, you know, maybe it doesn't work, who knows, but this is what I'm going with. So we'll see, but this will give me a strong line and anchor. I'm going to tie it off to this anchor, and then I'm going to put it right out here. See, my nose dove off on me because I didn't reset anchors, because I need to make sure I keep facing that way, keep pulling it that way. So hopefully this does the trick. Alright, so that middle bow line right there where you see the rope coming all the way back behind the stern and carried off, that used to be tied up to this front bow line, and it was coming this way towards me. So what I did yesterday is I took that line and I moved it to the middle so it could still keep a forward angle on it, and the boat slid forward enough to where now it's already behind it. So I've probably moved the boat 150 feet forward. The problem is I didn't have any more anchors to swap the lines so that I could keep guiding it this way and pulling it forward. So it's drifted off point a little bit. And as you can see, it's low tide and this north wind. The boat's sitting pretty high right now. But yesterday, the wind was blowing so hard with the waves, and of course the tide came through last night. So my guess is this all happened last night. So what I'm going to do right now is I'm going to drop anchors somewhere out here where I am, probably even a little further. So I'm going to take these anchors that I just bought, and I'm going to set them out here in this direction towards the bayou. And then I'm going to run the lines back into the boat and hitch it up off this angle here, so the boat will keep getting pulled in. And the way it gets pulled in is because I have to keep tightening the anchor lines. So tomorrow when when the surge is coming in and the wind starts to shift, I'm going to stay out here tomorrow night, and I'm just going to sit there and I'm going to keep tightening the anchor lines. Just keep tightening the anchor so it'll keep cinching this way. So right now I'm going to go ahead and get set up for that and work that strategy. Alright, so I went ahead and I tied the line in so I could have my length down on my rope, and I'm getting my angle. So now I've got the anchor ready. I just anchored my boat down. I'm going to drive this anchor in, and then I'm going to go back and I'm going to start pulling on that line. And this is how I'm going to move it forward, hopefully. Kind of keep it in track, keep it in line. This right here is called the Tunnel of Hope. So right now I'm going through the Tunnel of Hope in hopes that I get this boat unstuck, that my motor's run, that I can get it secured and protected from the hurricane, and that we can eventually get it into New Orleans to the dock where it's supposed to be. Please, please, please.
While we've been playing around in the sand with our stuck houseboat, our canoe friends, Amber, Andrew, and Henry, have been steady paddling down the Mississippi River. I reached out to see if they needed shelter for the hurricane, so they paddled to Mardi Gras Pass, and I picked them up in the mud boat, and we headed to the houseboat together. For some reason, we didn't capture the fact that my buddy Kyle joined in on this mission and that we all had burgers together on the houseboat. Afterwards, Kyle and I continued setting anchor lines until they started to pull in pretty quickly as the boat started to float. I tried to run the starboard engine, but it wasn't having it. It was time for Plan B. Pull the houseboat out with the mud boat.
We're out. We are out. We are in the bayou. You can't see. Somebody's spotting it for us. Probably pulled us about a mile or so, so we are definitely in safe territory. I got us at about 6.5 feet, so I guess I'm not fully safe. Oh, it's getting short on me again. I better watch it. Woo! Gotta watch it swinging. I got it pulling. I got it going. We rolling, baby. A little bit of grace pulling me through. We did it, baby. We did it! We did it! I got the boat pulled way into the bayou. We are unstuck. We are floating high and good. I'm just gonna keep pulling it just to get it all the way in. I don't want to take any chances. I don't know if the boat will even run. I'm not sure how my engines are doing. So I'm gonna get it all the way in. Little bit of grace. Gift from above. Thank the good Lord. Woo!